So one of the toughest battles every man will face is being able to control your sexual urges, right? Very, very important. So I got a story time for y'all, right? I met a woman, like a week or so ago, right? And we was supposed to go out and get some ice cream or whatever. And I'm about to tell y'all the red flags, right? So when I met her, she initially hit me up from her iCloud email, right? And I'm like, why are you texting me from an email? She was like, oh, my phone is off. Oh, so you ain't got money to pay your bill. You got time and energy to probably try to finesse me. So I ain't look too much into it. I'm like, man, she look good. Okay, cool, whatever. So the day we was supposed to go get ice cream, which was like yesterday, we was supposed to get ice cream. And throughout the day, she was texting me. She was like, what you doing or whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And she was like, well, I'm on my lunch break right now, right? And then she sent me an audio message saying, hey, can you send me $17 for some food for lunch? I'm like, what? So I immediately hit her back. And I'm like, so this is what you do? Like, I just met you and you already asking me for money, which is ridiculous. Now, I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm the perfect person. I didn't fail for this before. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fail for it before, where there was a time where I met a woman. She did the same thing. She was like, oh, send me. Actually, I've done this 2 times. See, I'm not even finna sit here and lie to y'all. I've done this 2 times in the past before, years ago, where a chick, was trying to ask me for money. We never met before, but she asking me for gas money. And because I was so thirsty and I didn't have any other women to deal with, I'm like, you know what? What's a little $10 to send for gas money? Guess what happened? Never saw her. She just stopped texting me. Another chick, right? I remember we was supposed to kick it. Same shit, right? We was supposed to kick it. And then, she was like, oh, I don't get paid till tomorrow. I need money for my baby's medicine to send to my auntie or whatever. So at first I'm like, nah, I'm good. And the thing is with women who do this, they're consistent. You could say, no, I don't do that type of shit. And they'll just ask you in another way. It may start off as gas money, then they'll ask for money for this, money for that. And it's a crazy time we live in. Like, I remember I was telling my aunties, like, what women be doing nowadays, modern women. Now, I'm not talking about all women, but I was telling my auntie that. And it's just so appalling, because what if you as a man, when you meet a woman, ask her for money for gas money? She'll clown you. You will never see that woman in person. But women, they're not stupid. They know, like, this dude, he probably want to have sex with me, so I'm gonna keep asking him for money. And women, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because I went 0 for 2. I didn't done it before. Going back to one of the chicks, I remember I sent her money for her little kids' medicine. It was like $20. I was being a simp. I sent her the $20, and then it kept getting worse. She was like, oh, I need money for gas. Oh, I need money for this. It kept getting worse, to a point where, of course, I never saw the chick, right? Going back to another one, I remember it was like the same situation. She was like, I need money for food. And I'm like, this one of these chicks I had met off a dating app. She was like, I need money for food. And I'm thinking in my head, like, this is what you do? This is what you do? Get online, being broke, and then just trying to lure dudes in just to get money? And it's like, these women love to deny it, but that's what they do. Just like the other day, I told the woman straight up, I was like, yo, I'm not giving you no money. Because after she asked for the $17 for lunch, she was like, well, I'm gonna need gas money to come see you. And I'm thinking, like, yo, I can't mess with no broke chick. I just can't do it. It goes against my morals. But the whole, and to me, I don't want to get into a bashing woman session. That's not what I'm here for. But just to all my men, you gotta have an abundance mindset. So many men out here fall for the goofiness, and which is why women do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because think about how bold that is to ask somebody you just met for some money. You just met them. You never seen them in person. You may have seen them initially when you met them in person, but you never been on a date with them. Never been on a date with them asking you for money. I don't know you. And what you got to think is what you do in the beginning with somebody is how it's going to go. So I don't care how much the amount is. It's the principle. It don't matter if it's $5, $10, $15. If you give a woman money like that, she gonna look at you as a sucker. And if a woman is asking you for money early on, that's not a quality woman to keep around. She for the super streets. I don't even want to deal with a chick like just to have fun with who's asking me for money, because I already know what type of time you on. That's the type of chick that'll set you up. That's the type of chick that'll rob you. You don't want to deal with a woman who operates like that because she has no morals. You know what I'm saying? You have no morals because they'll play. See, it's funny. All these women women that ask for money, they're all the same. They'll come at you like they're genuine. They're going to be good communicators. But then, you know, after y'all been talking for a minute, they're going to ask you for some money. You know it's coming. They're going to ask you for some money. And I remember I told the chick the other day, I was like, so this is what you do? You just try to finesse dudes for money? And she was like, bye. And the reason why she said bye is because she realized she can't get over on me. Yeah, you sent me all those pictures of you early on and you in bikinis and all this kind of stuff to get me invested, but it didn't work. I'm invested in myself. You got to be invested in who you are and have an abundance mindset. Because a lot of dudes think you have to buy women. And it's partially, that's kind of it's true, but it's not true. Like if you want the Instagram chicks, yeah, you're going to have to pay for a certain lifestyle. But a everyday feminine woman, you don't have to pay for. You ain't going to have to pay for. Now, I'm not saying you ain't going to have to take her on dates, but what I mean is that all that giving money up front, because that shit is stupid. See, when you are trying to have women that's in your rotation or as a girlfriend or just women you kick it with or whatnot, you want women that have good character. You want women that have a good moral compass. A woman who is trying to get money from you that you don't know. Anytime somebody's asking you for money and it's just like I don't know you or you haven't done anything for me, it's ridiculous. You asking me for money and I don't even know you. Sometimes you've never even met her in person before and you asking me for money. So I can only imagine how much I would have to spend on you to actually see you. Because a lot of times, man, those chicks that asked me for money and I gave it to them, the two chicks, I never saw them. They're never going to link up with you in person. They just keeping you in the hopes. Yeah, if you give me this money for gas money, then I can come see you. And then it's going to be something else. I remember one time after I gave the chick gas money, she was like, oh, I'm stuck on the side of the road. Can you send me 70 to get my car towed? Like, what? You just having this much goddamn bad luck? You having all this bad luck, really? You having so much bad luck that you need, man, come on. See, you know, when I was coming from a thirsty state, right, it was easy for me to, now I was hesitant, right? But when I'm coming from a mindset of I'm horny, I'm trying to get it in, I ain't dealt with no chick in a minute, it's very easy for you to take a chick out on an inexpensive first date, to give up money to a chick you don't know and you just met last week. It's easy to do that because you're doing it in the hopes of I'm gonna get what I want, but you're not. I guarantee you, dudes that take women on a dinner date on the first date, guess what you're gonna have to do on the second date? Something more extreme. Think about dudes who try to give women money up front because they asking for it. You ain't gonna never see them. She's gonna always keep you in the hopes. You never want to be that dude. You got to make those women suffer. You got to make them suffer because they not for you. All they going to do is drain your energy, drain your pockets, but then get upset with you when you call them out on their shit. Old girl got mad with me when I said, damn, this what you do? You just meet dudes and then ask them for money? She was like, bye. Because the gig was up. The gig was up. But I guarantee you, if I would have sent her a cash app, it would have been like, oh, you're so wonderful. I can't wait to see you. She would have did all that shit and I would have never saw her. You know what I'm saying? So this is why vetting is important. Abundance mindset is important. Having your own life is important. Knowing what you want out of a woman is important. What are the things that you're looking for in a woman? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta stand 10 toes down. I don't care how fat that ass is. I don't care how good she looks. You can't fold. Because once you fold, she then puts you in the sucker category. And don't nobody want to be in the goddamn sucker category. Man, and this is what I love about life, right? Because even me dating, like, I've took so many losses and I've had so many wins to where you start to see patterns, right? Women that ask for money or women that make you want to go on expensive dinner dates in the beginning, man, a lot of times, man, those be the brokest women. Those be the women that ain't got no money like that. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Women that, because think about it, right? You're making me take you on a dinner date on the first date. That's ridiculous. Because every woman I know of substance, including my mom, including my sister, whatever, right? All these women I know that are of substance, they all have the mentality of like, cool, a date is for me to get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? They all have that mentality. So when you meet a woman who's requiring you to take you on a dinner date and these things early on, she's doing that because she doesn't like you. She's not there to be liked. She's there to get something out the situation. That's what you got to understand. A woman who's asking you for money up front, she not looking for no situation. She wants a money situation. That's it. She needs somebody to come save her. That's what you got to understand. Same thing with the dinner date chick. She ain't looking for no. She's there for pictures, ambiance, food, and that's it. Because anything else after the date, she not with. She going home. She not stunting you. And that's what you got to understand. You don't want to waste your time as a man. You only want to deal with women who are into you. But better yet, you want to deal with women who have character, who have morals, who are down to earth, who are humble. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like I say on every video, man, this is why we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. And until the next time, deuces.